Thank you for staying with us. This week, the Jigawa State Police revealed that at least 105 corpses were buried in Majia community of Taura local government area following a petrol tanker explosion. The police also added that about 70 other victims were receiving treatment at health facilities in Ringim and Hadija. The tragic incident occurred on Tuesday after the driver of the petrol-laden vehicle lost control in the town while on a journey from Kano to Yobe State. According to the police spokesperson in the state, Lawan Adam, majority of the victims had gathered around the tanker to scoop fuel after the tanker crashed in the area. Of course, I still have with me Justice Ojeno and Nelson Ekunjimi. Now, Justice, very quickly, the unfortunate incident with the tanker explosion in the community in Taura local government area of Jigawa State that claimed 105 people. Now, this is becoming a recurrent scenario every time when there's a petrol spill from tankers. How can we finally put a stop to this? Because it's a recurring decimal every time. It's always the same old story.
It's very, very unfortunate. And first, my heart goes out to the persons, the families and the states too. So I congratulate them seriously. But with respect to how we can put a stop to this, it's not even peculiar to Nigeria. I saw videos of other parts of Africa where this happened, and unfortunately, it was also followed by an explosion. I think it was Liberia. So the only way to put this to a stop is to ensure that we keep sensitizing our people. We keep telling them, we keep reminding them of the fact that it's almost a given that there will be an explosion. There's a reason why they tell us not to use our phones when we get to petrol stations. Because of the flammability of PMS in particular. So if at the station where it is very highly regulated, it goes from the nozzle into your tank, they tell you not to use your phone. How much more everybody...
And people still use phones.
Everybody brings all kind of phone to the... And sometimes we even see situations where people carelessly still take their cigarettes to such places. So it is very, very unfortunate. We must tell people that no matter how hard life is, it does not now mean that a mass of people should just throw their life away.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, Nelson, is this a function of breakdown in communication? Because I'm asking you this question because what can the government do to revitalize the National Orientation Agency? Because I recall back in the day, they put out a lot of campaigns that enlighten the public on various issues. These days, they aren't so proactive in sensitizing the public, and it's like that agency is almost non-existent.
Well, thank you very much. I also joined my colleague here to commiserate with the families as well as the government and people of Jigawa State and even Nigerians as a whole over this unfortunate and sad incident. And I pray for quick recovery for those who are still in the hospital.
Yeah, taking treatment. Because
we don't know whose life will be next. Looking at that, looking at what you have just asked, for me, I think it's the National Orientation Agency, the issue about sensitization and education of our citizenry, we should not leave it alone
to the agency.
The NOA. But sadly, in the last couple of years, that agency has suffered from lack of funding. As I sit here, I'm aware that the NOA office in Lagos does not have a single functional car, a single functional vehicle for an agency of state. So you ask, are they going to perform their responsibility by foot?
Okay, under whose responsibility is this particular agency to...
It's a federal agency. So we must put our voice out there for the National Assembly to even call for
some kind of a probe or something.
That why is this agency not for? But I'm aware that over years, when people, because we've had a series of engagements even with the NOA under Dr. Abari, the former DG.
Okay.
And I can tell you for a fact that agency, the major problem the agency has is lack of funding.
Well, why are they not crying out? We have social media. They have Twitter handles. They have Facebook. They have TikTok. It's only right for you to come online and say, look, we are handicapped.
They are bound by the oath of civil service. You know, in civil service.
Not to spill...
no, it's not. The civil servant must be seen, but not heard. They can't cry out. It's the people, the citizens that can cry out on their behalf that this agency needs to be funded to be able to perform its function.
So are you saying there shouldn't be any form of protest or campaign from that office?
That's exactly what I've just done now. Because I have that information. A lot of Nigerians have always lampooned that agency, which is right. But if you know what they are going through, you know that it is not their fault. Because, like we say, you can't send somebody to go to the farm without the old digger and what have you. The man will not go there and start using his hand to till the ground. It will be unproductive. So the NOA must be assisted. Thank God I read somewhere that the present administration has approved some funding for them to carry out a lot of activities. Yes. And we have seen the DG of NOA coming up repeatedly, even using the social media to galvanize the spirit of patriotism among Nigerians. So that must be encouraged, and we'll call on the government as well as the National Assembly to ensure that that agency...
Well, thank you for this piece of information anyway. At least we are aware now that the agency has been underfunded.
Yeah, it has been underfunded, absolutely.
All right, fantastic. Now, finally this week,